Hey, Christy Mattoon here. I am coming back to do some videos and teach a few things that I've learned and understood over the last year. 2022 was a very interesting year, and I hope all of you made it through it. I know some places were very stressful and very, I don't even know what you want to call it, but through that, you figure out how to handle yourself and how to handle your emotions and how to stay more inward than outward. Hopefully that's what we were learning. And so that's what I was learning. That's what I've been working on, and got a lot of really great information through it and great how-tos, which is kind of fun and cool. So coming back into the world of information, that's what I want to share with you, is some of the things I've learned, but I'm going to start from the beginning. So we're going to start back at zero, which is not really zero, but we're going to start back with heart coherence, which I think is one of the most powerful places to start. And then what I'm going to do is work my way through a lot of this information. So you get it kind of like in the format as if you were taking a class. And I'll try and number the videos so that they're easy to get back to and it makes sense. I haven't technically been very good at that previously, but I'm going to try really hard to do that with these. And the reason I'm doing it this way, so I'm changing how I've done it from the past. And in the past, what we were taught to do was you make, you buy a platform first of all, and then you set it up, and then you make videos, and then you create a course, and then you sell your course, right? And there's this whole rigmarole to doing this. You have to be on social media for that to work. And you have to know something usually about buying ads and engaging in that manner. And I was never good at that stuff. But I bought plenty of courses to teach me how, and I was never able to. And finally one day, I was watching a couple of gals, and they were talking about the fact that they had been shadow banned on Facebook, which is why none of their message was reaching any of their people. And they had lots of people on their platform. It's just nobody ever saw any of it because they were shadow banned. I never understood quite what that meant until I heard them, or I understood why my own stuff never got around until I heard them say that. And it was because of some beliefs that I was very vocal about on the platform. And those beliefs, turns out, get you cut off. So that's awesome. But I'm not going to do it that way again. I'm not going to create a course and then try and get all these people into the course and sell it to you. Even though when I did do those, it was super fun and I met some amazing people doing that stuff, but I'm not going to do that again. What I'm going to do is make videos and try and number them and name them so they're very clear so that you can get back to them easier. They'll be in places like YouTube as long as YouTube leaves my platform up. I am at my last strike. If I get one more strike, I'm out. So I'll start posting my channels on Telegram and Brighteon, and I think I have one on Rumble. If I don't, I'll set one up on Rumble. And then I'll put all the links to those on my hopefully soon new web page, which I'm just going to make myself. It's going to just be a really super simple deal where you can either book an appointment with me or you can find a link to find me on one of those other channels. That's all I'm going to put on it. It's not going to have a lot of junk on it. It's not going to have courses on it. It's not going to have things that you can buy on it. Unless I find something particularly interesting that I think you would absolutely love. But otherwise, it's not going to have any of that stuff. It's going to be super simple. But here's what these videos are going to be on, all right? I have been teaching heart coherence for a long time now and brain coherence. So we're going to start with the idea, and I'm just going to repost an old video for brain coherence, all right? I'm not going to go back through and teach that again. I can't stand it anymore. I'm going to teach a very short, very concise video for heart coherence. And then I'm going to teach you how to use heart coherence and how to use what I was taught was called the ladder of awareness to clear subconscious issues, which is what typically brain coherence is used for, is for subconscious stuff. But you can do so many other things with this ladder of awareness. So I'm going to teach you how to do that. I'm going to teach you how to use the system, how to talk about it, how to use it for positive things to build your system up, how to use it with negative feelings or ideas or issues or situations, so you can get those out of your system. We're going to do a little bit on forgiveness and judgments. And then love is like the key to all of this. And this is one that I've just really come into recently that has blown my mind. Like, you hear it all the time, but to actually activate it, to get it to do something for you, is a whole nother ball game. And I have finally gotten some insights and understandings in love that have just blown me away. So I'm going to give those to you, about how I use that, what it looks like. And this is going to be strung out over the course of probably 8 or 9, 10, 12, I don't know how many videos. And then we'll go back and play inside of all of those videos. So we'll pick up Heart Coherence and do some Heart Coherent work with some I am work, so you can get to know your own spirit. We'll start just playing with that. And using the ladder of awareness. I always tell people, if you give me an issue, I'll walk you through the ladder. If you're stuck on something, if you're stuck somewhere, let's walk it through the system a few times and see if we can't shake it up and get that busted loose. And forgiveness and judgments, it's just to sit down and doing it. Once you understand it, and that's like a lot of this stuff, once you understand these concepts, it will change your perception. It will change, it'll change a lot of things for you, because you can't look at things the old way. Once you see it and you get it, you can't do it the same way, right? You get that choice. You do have free will for sure, but once you understand it, you practice it enough that you can get yourself going in a different direction. You won't want to do it another way. And it's just too super simple. This is just way too super simple. All of this helps meditation. All of it helps when you're trying to bring something forward to yourself. I can't even think right now. What is the word I'm looking for? Manifest. When you're trying to manifest something, this is all a part of that. Right? It all works hand in hand. It's not like there's this and there's that and there's the other thing, and right, all these separate parts and pieces. It's all parts of a whole. And once you get the whole thing working, right, all the toroidal fields, the torsion fields, you got the terahertz pumped up. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you will by the time we're done with these 12 sessions. I mean, all of things, you get all of this sacred geometry working in your system and all this science working in your system. And guess what? You're not the same person. And if it falls, if you slide down the hill, right, if you take the 2-step backwards, all it takes is a deep breath or two, and then jump into your heart space and a thought about what it is that you need, right? Turn on my toroidal fields. If my brain goes out of control, I turn on my toroidal fields and get that cleaned out, right? If I just want to amp up the power in my system, I play with torsion fields. Right? If I'm trying to just feel better and or I want to get into a higher state, what's a terahertz? This is interesting stuff. And once you understand it, you'll never go back. And here's the cool part. What is this going to cost you? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Why? Why am I doing this? Because I think we're in a place in history where we have to put our hands out, and we have to be really sincere about helping each other, right? I will ask you for donations when you can give them. I work like you guys do. I have 2 jobs right now, a kitchen job and a job at the tractor store, which is I'm super excited about that one. So I'll ask you, if it's helped you, share it first of all with somebody else, but then if you can give a little bit, I always appreciate that. And then if you want to do a session with me, a private session, that'll be the $100 per hour charge that I've been doing for quite a while now. So that's going to stay the same. But I hope it blesses you. I hope this is something that'll help you. And if you see this video, like it, subscribe to my channel, send it to somebody else, say this is kind of exciting. Let's take a look and watch for these videos so we can practice this and get to understand how all this works together. And I'm going to give it to you in such a way that it's like taking steps into it so you can't miss it. The goal is to know you. The goal is to know your own spirit. Who are you? Who am I in here? And can I get so tight with myself, that spirit side of me, that I can finish walking out this life as my spirit instead of as the humanness that I was taught, right? All the crap and garbage we know we've been fed for eons at this point. If I know my spirit and I know I can walk with my spirit, now what happens? It's interesting. It's interesting. It's fascinating. 2023 is going to be fascinating. I love you as I love myself. I witness you as light as I witness myself as light. I told a couple of my brothers the other day, well, my only two brothers, that I witness them as perfection, as I witness myself as perfection. That changed my life. And I'll explain that later on in all of this, but that changed my life. I hope to see you here. Please comment below. If you've used me before for any kind of work or help and it was beneficial, or even if it wasn't, put your comments below. I'm full disclosure at this point. Everybody can know everything. If what I do helped you, comment below, share this video so people know I'm going to start putting videos up again. And watch for them. I'm going to try and do some lives so you can participate live. If you've got a question, we can answer it live kind of thing. I'm trying to figure out some way to set that up so that people can just be in and ask questions, and we can do the work live. Because if you're asking the question, somebody else has got it too. So if we do the work live, it helps more than one person, is how I've always looked at it. This is energy work. It is heart coherence. It is spiritual. It is a spirit-based, right? What is your I am self? Is it your spirit? What do you call it? Your soul, your spirit? I have different definitions than you maybe, but I'm looking to get you in cahoots with your own spirit. That's what we want to do, okay? I bless you. Thank you for being here. Look for these next coming videos. Share this one, and I will talk with you all soon.